Hey friends, this is the July Crunchy Athlete Zoom call meeting. It is literally just me, myself, and I today, but I always promise you guys education and information every single month. And so I'm going to just keep rolling with it like you guys are here and you guys can go and watch back. But couple things, obviously at this point, if you guys are watching my YouTube videos, because this is going to be linked as a YouTube video, then that means you probably already or potentially already watched my YouTube video that I sent you guys on the natural fiber leggings, which is like a whole gig. If you have not watched my back and forth of the natural fiber leggings, then I highly would recommend you going back and watching that. It's 20 minutes. I review 6 pairs of natural fiber leggings, and then I also give you guys tips, and I also link in that YouTube description. I link my Instagram live that I did where I tried on 6 pairs. I tried on Packed, Mate the Label, Jung Maven, Namery, Woolly, and Icebreaker. Gave the pros and the cons and what I'm keeping and what I'm not keeping. I'm going to let you find out what I kept or not kept on that one. Incentivize you guys to go ahead and go back and watch that. But I am planning on posting some more YouTube videos for you guys. It makes it pretty easy for me to give you guys information, kind of like today. And today we are going to talk about wearable tech. We're going to talk about the Oura Ring, the Whoop Band, and the Garmin. I have personally purchased all of these myself. I have used all of these. I have landed on wearing the Oura Ring at night primarily, and then wearing my Garmin watch during the day. Two very different reasons. And let me just preface, are any of these necessary for healthy life? No, you don't need to buy any of these. But it is pretty helpful. And if you like live and breathe health data, like some of these are better than others for certain things. And so hopefully this will help iron out hopefully this will just help iron out some of your choices because I get a lot of questions about wearable tech. So let's talk about it today. Let's talk about it this afternoon. Couple just like admin notes before we get rolling. If you guys have a question about the workout membership, you guys always have the ability to direct message me on, I was going to say Chat GPT because that has been like I've been using a lot of ChatGPT to like organize my life lately. On the Crunchy Athlete Train Heroic group chat, you guys can send me a message or directly if that's available on there to you. If you guys need a question or you have a question about nutrition, what I would highly advise you to do is go onto my nutrition consult link. I have a Google Meet link that you guys can schedule a 15-minute phone call with me. As part of your membership, you get a macronutrient breakdown. You get a 17-page personalized ebook on food tracking. It's very helpful. So I would definitely recommend taking advantage of that. I think that's all my health or my admin notes. So let's just keep rolling. Okay. Oura Ring, Whoop Band, Garmin. We're gonna go in that order. So Oura Ring is first. I have the Gen 3 Oura Ring. I got it right before they came out with the Gen 4. So obviously the Gen 4 is the latest that they have available. What I would say the Oura Ring is that it is a phenomenal recovery tracker. It is a phenomenal cycle tracking tracker. It's great. It is FDA cleared as birth control, assuming that you are staying abstinent or using another form of birth control like condoms, or you're preventing some type of contraception outside of hormonal birth control or whatever during your ovulation window. It is phenomenal. It syncs to natural cycles. The latest thing with Oura Ring that's super cool is it syncs to a continuous glucose monitor and you can sync everything right to your phone. And I will say that price comparison for that glucose monitor is much more affordable than like getting the what's it called? The Dexcom, which is very popular. If you just like buy that separately or go through levels, it's very expensive to get a CGM. And so the fact that you can get something pretty affordable linked to your Oura Ring is like clutch. So let's quickly run through some of the items that just are about the Oura Ring. One is obviously the display. There's no display on the Oura Ring. It's just a ring. Um, the data is viewed exclusively in the app on your phone, but it's very easy to work. Workout tracking and GPS is built into the Oura Ring, but I'm going to emphasize this so much. The Oura Ring is not a workout tracker. The Oura Ring is not built to be a workout or exercise tracker. It does not, yes, it has GPS in it, but it's not tracking like your paces and your mile times. Like you're not getting that type of data out of it. But the nice thing about the GPS in it is yes, it's picking up on activity that you're doing, but you can also put the ring on airplane mode so you can turn off that EMF exposure during the night or during the day, and then you just re-link your ring back up onto the charger, and then it turns off airplane mode. And so it's like pretty convenient if you remember to do it. But the basic like workout tracking that it offers is like step counting, calories, heart rate, detecting activities, but there's no real time like metrics for you because it syncs to your phone afterwards, not in the moment. Um, there's no GPS on the device, but the outdoor activity is kind of picked up on from the ring. The EMF exposure, like I said, it's standard Bluetooth, but it's low EMF, and you can go onto airplane mode. The cycle syncing or the cycle tracking on the Oura Ring is by far the best wearable technology when it comes to the transition from preventing pregnancy to trying to plan a pregnancy because the cycle tracking data that it gives you through natural cycles is like the best of its kind. It's the best of the best. Now, what I will say, because Aura cannot tell you this formally, but I've been paying attention to like the cycle tracking on the Natural Cycles app, which you have to pay separately for, versus just watching your cycle within the Aura app. And I will say that the Aura app itself is getting more and more like up to speed and high tech. If you used your brain, you could prevent pregnancy or plan pregnancy through the Aura app just by itself because you can see that pretty dramatic temp change. But that in and of itself is not FDA cleared as birth control because it's not like predicting your actual ovulation accurately, but you can literally see the chart like boop, like you can totally see the temperature change. So if you are like new to tracking your cycle or like basal body temperature, then I would probably recommend getting the Natural Cycles app synced, but it is like $100 a year, I believe. It's pretty expensive. Linkable apps within the Oura Ring are Apple Health, Google Fit, Dexcom, which is the CGM, Natural Cycles, etc. Data collection is continuous 24/7 biometric monitoring, everything from your heart rate, HRV, temperature, spirometer, not spirometer, I'm sorry. Your oxygen, I can't think of what that stands for. SpO2. I can't, that's driving me crazy. Respiration and your activity. It's very good at predicting when you're sick. It will literally be like minor signs of you being like under the weather, major signs. Like it will predict COVID, it will predict sickness. Like it's amazing. It's great. Um, the comfort and form factor is amazing on the Oura Ring. It's sleek. It has different colors. It's discreet. It's sleep friendly. I will say that the sizes that they have are totally whack. So for the finger that you need to wear it on, which is technically your pointer finger, but I wear it on my ring finger, um, like you need to size up like 2 to 3 sizes. So I for sure hate their sizing. You definitely need to order the like sizing component. Like you can get a free sizer like sent to your house. I would for sure take advantage of that. I did not, and I kind of regret it. I mean, it's fine. I wear it on my ring finger as like my ring at work, but I'm not wearing it when I work out. Most people ask me like, "Are you wearing it when you work out?" No, I'm not, because my fingers get super fat when I work out, and I don't want it stuck on my finger. No, I'm not using it as a workout tracker. I'm strictly using it for my cycle. That's in recovery. That's the only reason why I'm wearing it, just so you know. Okay. The Oura Ring, just to wrap it all up, the Oura Ring is best for discreet, elegant daily wear Focus on sleep, readiness, and reproductive health. Not ideal for athletes wanting in run or in session metrics. Just boiling that down. Hope we all understand. Okay. The Whoop Band. No display on the actual device. I actually had my Whoop back in 2020, I would say. I got it like during the boom of COVID and I really liked it. But before I start on all this, there are a couple practical things that I did not like. Because there's no watch on it, like there's no clock on it. So I've always worn a watch, whether it's like a dress watch or it's like a GPS Garmin watch, which I'll talk about later. I'm always wearing a watch. So the fact that I had to have a watch on for like the time and the Whoop band on my other wrist, like I just feel like a noob. I just feel like an idiot. Wearing both like two things, you know what I mean, on my wrist. I just did not like that. So practically speaking, did not love that. Now, what I will say is my husband got a Whoop band with me back in 2020, loved it. We both kind of like got off of them for a while because we felt like we got what we wanted out of them. Like I learned a lot of data and recovery metrics. We got off of them. And then he actually recently got back on his Whoop band because it really keeps him like regimented better with his sleep routine. Like he's very data driven. Like if he really likes seeing that, it's helpful for him. So my husband still wears his Whoop band when he like plays lacrosse or when he's sleeping, he wears it for sure. Okay, so Whoop band, there's no display. It's literally just like a elastic band that like goes around your wrist. No time on it, which like drives me crazy as like a time maniac. Workout tracking and GPS. What it comes down to with that is that the auto activity detection is like really good, but again, no real-time data because it syncs to your phone and you can only see the data on your phone. Like there's no display. It delivers a strain score, zones, recovery guidance, but uses phone GPS if needed. No built-in on-screen modes, obviously. GPS, it relies on your phone, and no built-in GPS chip. So it will not give you, again, like even on your phone, it will not give you like mile pacing, times, that kind of thing. It's going off of just like heart rate variability, skin temperature, things like that for your workouts, not necessarily your actual like performance metrics. EMF exposure, it's standard, it's Bluetooth to the phone. I also think you cannot turn it on airplane mode, I want to say. You might be able to do that within the app. So if you care about the EMF exposure, I don't believe that the Whoop does a good job of like storing data locally. I think it needs to be like synced to the phone pretty quickly. So that kind of negates some of the like low EMF that you're trying to like avoid. Like that's kind of a bummer. Cycle tracking, basic health metrics and trackable, but it's not like focus on your cycle like Aura. Like it's very much performance recovery minded rather than like health minded, like reproductive minded. Linkable apps are going to be integrated with Strava, but everything is pretty much ran within the Whoop app. Strava is a great external app that you can use for tracking paces and in GPS and everything. But I do think it's assuming that you have your phone on you also, which kind of stinks. Data collection, continuous heart rate variability, skin temperature, sleep staging, and emphasis on recovery, stress, and strain. So the cool thing about Whoop is that it gives you like a strain score and it really shows you like the stress that your body's under or not under during certain activities and sleep. It's very accurate. So for somebody like my husband who loves to play sports, adult sports, he loves to run, he loves to hike, but he has kind of a harder time with his sleep hygiene. It's been really helpful for him. Oh, I have somebody hopping on. Hi, Ruth. I'm in the middle of talking about a Whoop band. Um, I am recording, Ruth, just so you know, but I'm talking about a Whoop band. Okay, awesome. Um, I know you're on a little bit late, but I'm still recording for everyone else. No, you're totally fine. So yeah, my husband really loves wearing the Whoop band because it keeps him like a little bit more centered on his like recovery data. So what I would say is the Whoop band is best for women who want proactive recovery, coaching, strain goals, cross training, things like that, but it's not going to be good for cycle tracking. So if that is a main concern for you, do not get the Whoop band. It's not going to do it for you. Um, okay, so then moving on to the Garmin smartwatch. Okay, so like I said, I currently wear my Oura Ring pretty much at night, occasionally at work. I do not wear my Oura Ring when I'm working out because my fingers get fat and I don't want it to pinch me. It's like a pretty thick ring. And then I wear my Garmin all day, every day. I know the EMF exposure is not going to be great. Maybe I'll have cancer on my wrist when I, get older, but just is what it is. So when it comes to smartwatches, I probably could have also talked about Apple watches. I could have talked about Sunto watches. I'm obviously going to talk about Garmin watches. Um, there's a million different versions of watches, but the whole idea of the watch is that it's giving you real-time performance metrics that is enhancing your current training session. That is the goal. That's what you're always looking for. So, for example, the Apple Watch has really come a long way. But the interface of the Apple Watch is not, it's not useful for like pacing, taking a lap time, like swimming, triathlons, like performance metrics needs to come from like a performance watch. And in my standpoint, an Apple Watch is not that. Now, if you just want like a notifications watch that can also track, like have a stopwatch and a timer, Apple Watch may be great for you. But in regards to performance watches, my favorite will always be Garmin. And they are obviously known for their GPS. Because if you think back, like 20 years ago, didn't your parents have like a Garmin in your car, like those big fat Garmins, like for GPS if they didn't want to do MapQuest? Like that was the original Garmin. And then they took that technology and then they put it down into an even smaller display, which is a watch. So I have had my Forerunner 935. They don't currently make it anymore. I believe it's a 945. And unfortunately, I think they've jacked up the price because I do not remember paying what it's currently listed as. I think it's currently listed as like $300-400 maybe. I want to say I paid two something with the watch and my heart rate strap as a combo from Amazon. I remember purchasing that together. And I bought that in 2019. So it is, but it's been 6 years and my Garmin has had no glitches, no problems. I swim with it. I did a triathlon, I did a half Ironman with it, and I did all of my ultras with it. Obviously, I ran my 50 miler with it last year. I mean, it was running full GPS for 16 hours. Like that's pretty crazy in regards to a watch. So anyways, Garmin 935, that's what or the Forerunner 935, that's what I have. Anything like more high tech than that, I think is like a little overdone because you're not then using the watch. You're not like using the bells and whistles on that watch like what it's made for. For example, the guys at work that I work with have very fancy Garmin watches. They have like $1,500 Garmin watches, and they're huge. But they have like altimeters in them. You can log in exact grid points. I mean, it's like so high tech. And like that would just be so silly for most of us to buy ourselves because we're not going to use the bells and whistles that make it that price. So what I would say is buy the Forerunner if you're going to get the Garmin. They also have, which is like the classic triathlon one that they hold. My friend also has another Garmin, and it's like a bit of a mix between the Forerunner and like an Apple Watch. If I can find the name of that one, I will send it to you guys in the Crunchy Athlete group chat because that one is a little bit more like feminine looking, where mine is like still very like performance kind of tactical looking. So if I can find that one, I'm going to text her right now and see if she'll text me back while I'm on this video, while I'm talking. Um, Give me 5 seconds because I cannot multitask. Sorry. Okay. So let's talk about the Garmin smartwatch. The display, it's obviously like a full color display. Mine is not touchscreen, but they do make some with touchscreens, like the one my friend Savannah has. Hers is touchscreen, like an Apple Watch. Um, Obviously, the biggest plus is that because of the display, you have real-time on-screen data during the workouts. And obviously workout tracking is like at the best. It's best in its class. It's extremely durable. I have not had to replace the strap. I've not had to get it serviced. I've not had to do anything. And I have gone through every military training. I've gone through, like I said, my hikes, my races, everything. I have not had to replace anything. The only thing I've had to replace is the charger because I lost the charger and I bought a knockoff charger on Amazon and it works great. So even that's perfect. Um, it has standalone GPS in it, which is clutch, meaning that your watch itself, the Garmin watch, you do not have to have your phone around you and it will ping the satellites and know exactly where you are. And it's extremely accurate. So when it comes to like hiking, camping, running, like you do not have to have your phone with you to have very accurate GPS coming in, for you to assess how things are going. Obviously, fully waterproof. EMF exposure is obviously going to be much higher than the Whoop or the Aura Ring because of the constant GPS tracking in it. But yes, you can turn it on airplane mode. Obviously, you can do that and sync it to the Garmin Connect app later. That is a totally fine thing. Um, cycle syncing. I'm sorry, cycle tracking and syncing. Terrible on the Garmin watch because that's not what it's made for. It's made for exercise. Okay. So I'm going to put up a picture like in a couple days. I think I'm posting this on Instagram, like the interface pictures, differences between the Whoop, the Aura, and the Garmin. So you can like see what those look like. And the cycle tracking on Garmin is like horrible. It's literally just like logging your period. It's not like predicting anything. It's not showing anything. It's just for you to log it. No other data, doesn't give you any insight, nothing. So just know that it's not great. Linkable apps are obviously going to be the main Garmin Connect Hub app that you're using for your watch is phenomenal. The Garmin Connect app, when it comes to performance metrics, amazing. It also syncs to Strava. Strava is great. MyFitnessPal, Google Health, Apple Health, all the standard phone apps that want to, take your data and sell it to people like Apple and Google. But yes, it does link to those, unfortunately. Um, Data collection. So it's obviously collecting heart rate variability, sleep staging, VO2 max, which is a prediction based on your heart rate. So it's not super accurate. Training load, recovery metrics. Again, this is a performance watch. It's not a recovery item. So it's going to give you some basic data for recovery, but it's not going to be in depth. The price of it is pretty much a one-time purchase of probably $200 to $400, but everything else is free. Like the app is free. All the performance metrics are free. So it is a one-time thing that you just invest in. Again, I invested in mine in 2019 and do not regret it one bit. I do not wish that I had a different watch. I love my watch. And I'm a petite person and yeah, like it looks a little bit big on me, but that's kind of the gig when you get a Garmin watch. It is a little bit bulky, obviously, compared to a ring or compared to a Whoop band. But again, the reason why I chose like a Whoop band versus a Garmin, if we want to talk about something on our wrist, is that the Garmin is giving you on display metrics, real time metrics. The Whoop band is not. The Garmin is a performance tracker. The Whoop is a recovery tracker. And the watch is obviously a watch. It's obviously telling the time and getting phone notifications, whereas the Whoop band is not. So if I want to buy a Whoop band, but I also am like a clock Nazi, then I have to wear both. And I hated that. Whereas if I had just have my Garmin, then I can be a clock Nazi and be an exercise Nazi all at the same time with one item. But then if you're a cycle tracking Nazi, then yeah, you get the Oura Ring too. So I understand these are investments. You don't need any of them, but I get a lot of questions about them. So the Garmin is best for athletes whose priority is structured training, real-time feedback, GPS powered runs, or bike rides. That was another one. Was when I was training for my half Ironman, I did a lot of road cycling, and it's obviously connecting to like my power meter on my bike. It's connecting to my GPS that was like linked onto my handlebars. Like it obviously is connecting to a chest strap That Bluetooth is very easy to do to resync. Like everything about Garmin is easy to me. It's very easy to work. So there's all of that. Okay, I'll quickly run through all of it because I know we have Ruth here in case she had any questions. But Aura Ring is okay. So price for Aura Ring, the ring costs between $299 and $349, which is just like the outright cost of the ring. The subscription is $5.99 a month or $69 a year, and that is for the Aura app, like data. It's like logging your data. Like that's why you have to pay for that. And then there's another subscription of Natural Cycles on top of that. So she's pricey. I understand. However, what I will say is that because the Aura Ring has an outright price of that $299 to $349, it has a resellable value. So if you do not want it anymore, you can sell that ring outright. And then whoever's buying it is just now paying for the subscription and linking it to their phone and their app. Whereas if you buy a Whoop band, yes, there's no upfront cost. It's just a monthly subscription, which I think is like, I want to say it's like, oh, I don't think these numbers are right. My notes say like $19 a month, but that is not right. I think it's like $30 or $40 a month. Um, it's obviously just subscription based, but there's no value in the Whoop band. You cannot sell your Whoop band because it doesn't hold value. It's a subscription to the company, if that makes sense. So you're technically getting the band for free and then paying for the subscription, whereas the Oura Ring itself like holds value and your Garmin holds value. So if you wanted to sell your Garmin, again, that would be $200 to like $400. But if you don't like it, you can sell it. So just also a couple notes that like people don't really think about. And you'll have your Oura Ring for a million years. So kind of with that, keep all of that into account. Okay, I'm gonna take a pause, check my phone. If you have a question, Ruth, go ahead and unmute mute yourself. But if you don't, then that's okay. I'll go ahead and end the call. Also, my friend Savannah did not answer me yet. She's probably busy. She's a very busy girl. I'm gonna do a quick Goog and see if I can find which Garmin kind of looks like an Apple Watch, because then it's like best of both worlds. Okay, found it just now. The Garmin Venue S 3S. Oh, she's pricey though. She's $450. I have no reference for how much an Apple Watch costs nowadays, but I'm gonna share my screen here so I can share on the recording. Let's see. Okay, sorry, Ruth, I can't hear you. Hmm.
Is that any better?
Ah, man, I can't hear you, Ruth. Sorry. Let me try something real quick, Ruth. Maybe it's me. Oh, that's why. Can I hear you now? Oh, I can't. Sorry. Sorry, I wish I could. Okay, let me find you your. Oh, there we go. Okay, just nod your head, Ruth, if you can see this. Okay, great. Okay, so this is the watch that looks like the Apple Watch, the Garmin. This Venue. We'll just go to REI for kicks and giggles so you can see it. So this is like touch screen, design supported by your fitness goals, has colorful display, up to 10 days of battery life. Um, oh, can you not hear me, Ruth?
I can hear you. I can't see what you're looking at.
I think I can hear you.
Can you? Sorry. Hold
I
on.
can hear you. Okay, what are you saying?
Okay, I can only see your Garmin watch page.
Oh,
Not
okay.
were you
Technical
on the
difficulty.
Garmin website?
Oh, I am on REI real quick.
Oh, okay.
See if I can pull it up again. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So this is the Garmin Venue S3. Obviously $450, but it's definitely a mid-level like performance watch. Um, that blends with the Apple Watch because it has the colorful display and it has touchscreen. Um, and this does give you real-time data. Like it's pretty good. Ooh, they're obviously marketing for the women's health tracking. Wow, it's front and center. They know exactly who they're selling to. Good job marketing on Garmin. Yes, I believe you can answer a phone call, I want to say. Heart rate, like pretty good display, I would say. I will show you the updated version of the one I have. See if it pops up. Okay, now we're on the night. Okay, I definitely didn't pay $750. Okay, it might be this 570. Oh, these are still so dang pricey. Maybe it's the 165. I know mine is the 935. I know that for sure. But yeah, lowest price is gonna be 250. Honestly, this one looks pretty decent. I think this is the newest version of mine. I don't know why they went down on the number. I bought mine on Amazon, so I'll link my Amazon. I'm gonna post about it in a couple days on Instagram, and I'm gonna link my watch on there anyways. So if you're interested, you can snoop at that point. But okay.
There are some less expensive ones on actual Garmin. Do you think you would just have to read what they do specifically
Yeah,
than pick
probably.
what you want?
Honestly, it's probably just gonna come down to the GPS.
Oh, okay.
So like if you're like an avid hiker, camper, runner, then yes, you want good GPS. But if you just need it because you want to track something and like see your text messages, like you do not need a fancy watch. Like you can get
Yeah.
one of the lower end ones. Yeah, for sure.
I actually
And
don't
then
want to see my text messages.
yeah, sometimes that's I know, sometimes it's a doozy. Um And just look for the bells and whistles that you're not going to use. The more expensive they get, the more fancy they get. And I mean, unless you're like doing some wild mountaineering and you need like an altimeter and you're skydiving, then like, sure, get the fancy watch. But like, most of us don't need that.
No.
No, no, definitely not. So there's that. Okay. I'm going to send out a PDF. I'm going to send out the PDF that I worked on that you guys can have. Um, and we can look out for that. But
Fun. It was fun to hear the different, like what you would look for what kind of device you would want.
cool. Thanks,
Yeah.
Ruth. I appreciate you. Thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay, talk to you later. See you.
All right, bye.